Starting off here, talking about the GAO, the GAO, the Government Accountability Office. What is this organization? What do they do? Well, it is a legislative branch government agency that provides auditing, evaluation, and investigative services for the U.S. Congress. It's the supreme audit institution of the federal government of these United States. It's important, and again, why is it important? It's also called the Congressional Watchdog. It's an independent, not nonpartisan agency that works for Congress. It examines how taxpayer dollars are spent and provides Congress and federal agencies with objective, nonpartisan, fact based information in order to help the government save money and work more efficiently. Sounds great. Just like everything in the government, I'm sure it doesn't work as efficient as we say it does, but that is the GAO. That is something to be familiar with, just like you want to be familiar with FASB and codification and GAAP and GAAS. Just another term, another organization, another type to add to your memorization list. What is GAGAS? Well, you've seen GAAS. Now we have GAGAS. This is generally accepted government auditing standards, quite the mouthful. So this is the set of rules that you're going to follow as an auditor if you're auditing a governmental entity. GAGAS are a set of standards and guidelines used by auditors of government organizations, entities, and programs. GAGAS provides a framework for conducting high-quality audits with integrity, objectivity, and independence. That is what you're going to follow. So we follow GAAS for normal audits. We follow GAGAS for government audits. If you're preparing financial statements, you follow GAAP. Remembering these differences. Governmental audits differ from normal audits in several ways. First, governmental audits are conducted to provide assurance that public funds are being spent appropriately and in accordance with laws and regulations. That's different than normal audit. I'll call them normal audits, but we're talking like a corporate audit or a not-for-profit audit. Second, governmental audits often focus on whether programs are achieving their intended objectives. If this governmental fund exists in order to build the airport for a local community, is that actually happening? Finally, governmental audits usually require a higher level of documentation than normal audits. We have this element of accountability, making sure the government's doing what it should be doing. You've got companies, right? And companies, if they're not doing what they should be doing, then guess what? They're going to go under. But in theory, the government is not going to go out of business. It's going to be around. That's why this is much more important. If a company's not doing well financially, okay, great, but we're not there to make sure they're doing well financially. We're there to make sure that as an auditor that the financial statements are appropriately documented, that they're appropriately representing the financial status of the company. If they go under, that's just what happens with companies. If the government goes under, then I'll see you in the next American regime. Let's talk about the differences. We've got generally accepted auditing standards, which we've seen before, and then we have this new concept of GAGAS, which you also may have seen before. GAAS is a set of standards that provides guidance on how to do an audit. A normal audit, right? Let's just think corporate audits, like these auditing Best Buy, auditing Microsoft, auditing Apple, or auditing Starbucks. Instead of ordering Starbucks, guess it's time for my daily coffee. These standards are promulgated by the Accounting Auditing Standards Board of the AICPA. Who is in charge of generally accepted auditing standards? That is the AICPA, the wonderful AICPA. However, GAGAS is a set of standards that provides guidance on auditing the governmental entity, and this is run by the Comptroller General of the United States. Just kind of like an FYI point. Both GAAS and GAGAS require that an audit be performed in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards. However, so both require that you follow GAAS. However, GAGAS essentially builds on that. And I have a nice little graphic we'll see later. GAGAS has additional requirements built on top of GAAS, making sure you understand that differential. One key difference between these two is the requirement for peer review. GAAS does not require that audits be reviewed by another independent party. However, GAGAS requires that audits of government entities be reviewed by an independent peer review team at least once every 3 years. More strict guidelines. We're going to see that. That's going to be a common theme throughout our lesson here. Hey there. Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material. We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.